State of War is one of the games I never finished when I was a kid. It always held its spot in my heart for being different and being one of the games that I couldn't complete. Even after playing many different classic RTS such as Warcraft 3, StarCraft series, Age of Empires, some of the levels still took me multiple resets. The game State of War and its expansion Warmonger was released in 2001, developed by Cypress Studios and published by Crystal Interactive. For a game made in the early 2000s, it was competing with some serious heavy hitters like StarCraft, Age of Empires, Homeworld, and one of my favorite, Red Alert 2 with its amazing soundtrack. Both the base games and its expansion can now be purchased on Steam as a single package. Funny enough, the marketing team did a great job when coming up with a Chinese name for the game, which literally translates to Blue Alert, hoping to rub off on Red Alert's popularity. Compared to other titles at the time, the game only got its base campaign with no skirmish game mode against AI. With that in mind, how is the story for the campaign? It's quite lacking compared to other games in its time. The game is set in a world where AI Overmind controls the majority of the military defense bases, and AI gets compromised and is taken over by a cult. Your job as the player is to recover the lost sectors that were once controlled by the AI. The pre-mission text is all you get as to what you are doing and what's going on. It's quite lacking when compared to other classic titles at around the same time that focused on a story-driven campaign to keep the audience captive. So, what made this game stand out to me? Unlike all the games I previously stated, this RTS went on a different approach compared to the standard RTS formula. Having played many different RTS over the years, I would actually categorize this more like a tower defense game since it shares much of the same elements. I would even say this is the game that developed my love for tower defense games. Very similar to how in a tower defense game the AI will keep sending units non-stop towards your base, you can build towers to defend it, and you can use powers, in this case airstrikes, to affect the battlefield. But unlike a regular tower defense game, most of the missions you win by destroying the enemy's headquarters instead of surviving the unrelenting waves of enemies. Unlike most RTS at that time, the player does not manually produce units, use workers to gather resources, or even building any structures. Units are automatically produced cost-free as long as you have captured a factory. Money is generated as long as you have a gold mine, and you spend the money building turrets to defend your structures. As for the gameplay, the player typically starts with a flying disc called the Advancer. You can capture, repair, and upgrade buildings. You capture a structure by depleting its health, either by using the Advancer, ground units, turrets, or airstrikes. There are mainly 4 types of structures. Factories that spawns ground units. Gold mines generate gold. Research center generates research points to upgrade unit spawns. Radar station gives you airstrikes. The mission structures are always pretty straightforward. Your goal is normally to destroy enemy HQs to end the game. You will typically defend until you have enough resources to break enemy defenses while building anti-air turrets to deter enemy advancers from taking your base. Almost every mission you are placed with seemingly impossible odds. While the player usually only has 1 advancer to capture and repair buildings, the AI's got up to 5 in later missions. The enemies will always have more factories producing more units having more resources. It is up to the player to utilize what they have at hand to solve the problem, very much like a puzzle. The AI will not alter its tactical methodology. They will send out their advancer and ground units continuously until you fall. Like a tower defense game, the enemy units will get stronger over time with the accumulation of research points to upgrade their ground units. However, unlike a typical tower defense game, there are no upgrades for your turrets for them to get stronger. Eventually, the enemy will break through your line of defense and victory will become impossible. Players must have a winning plan in mind, utilize what they have at hand, and allocate the existing resources to capture the important structures to generate the correct corresponding resources, whether it be airstrikes, gold for turrets, or factories for units. Due to how slow the ground units actually move, it's much more of a decision-making based game that focuses on macro decisions than micro unit controls. There are no sweaty controls that will give you any edge over the AI. If you're looking for a slower paced RTS, this might be a good fit for you. However, due to how much of a niche the gameplay is, it's no wonder its sequel, State of War 2 Archon, followed a more traditional RTS playstyle where the player produced units and build structures. Overall, for its price of $10 on Steam, I think it's worth a try if you're looking to experience something different.